Gentlemen, my name is Kweku Inasare. It's a pleasure to have you. I'm a lecturer and a professor in the University of Ghana, Legon. I'm also a visiting professor in Warwick University in the UK, in Coventry. I'm a visiting professor in De Montfort University in Leicester in the UK, Johannesburg University in South Africa in the UK, and a former professor of Stellenbosch University in South Africa. I am pleased and honored to be working and sharing with you this incredible science, this incredible neuroscience, this incredible technology and artificial intelligence that is changing the surface of the world. So here is a partnership between the CEO of Solace Lifesciences, Jim Poole. This is a parent company behind Nucalm. Nucalm is another company. Nucalm is a powerful digital product. Now, the company itself is known as Solace Lifesciences. They usually are contracted by the federal government of the United States to do multiple research for them. And these are medical doctors, neuroscientists, neurosurgeons, and MDs. And because they are not marketers, they give their product to Solace. Solace, the founder is Stuart Finger. Stu is one of the great guys I've ever met. He is a founder and CEO of Solace, a great company and so you take Solace and Solace Lifesciences have partnered together to bring Nucalm to the world, rooted in science, united by purpose, and empowering a better life. Ladies and gentlemen, what exactly is Nucalm? Now, Nucalm has been dealing with other things. Originally, they've had other things related to glutamate, xanthomist, and then moringa mist. These are other products, but their latest one is this new invention, Nucalm. It is in 100 plus countries for rapid global. There's no inventory cost, no shipping cost, no country manager, no barriers. It's a mobile app ecosystem built for global scale. And it is incredible what you're about to hear about Nucalm. Let's get to the bit of the origin. Let's get to what exactly is Nucalm. And then when I come back, I'm going to share something. So we are going to go back to the CEO of Solace Lifesciences, Jim Poole. I love this guy. Listen to him as he gives a precise and concise explanation of what Nucalm is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, please listen to Jim.
Hi, my name is Jim, and I want to tell you a little secret, a little story. I'm the president and CEO of Solace Lifesciences, a neuroscience company that's been around for 20 years on a mission to improve humanity and the human experience. And for 12 years, people have known us as a singular enterprise. Nucalm, the world's first and only patented technology, clinically proven to lower your stress and improve sleep quality without drugs. Profound, amazing, we've helped millions of people. We love it. But life is energy. Life is frequency. Life is vibration. Many of us don't understand that concept. But we understand this. On a daily basis, our mood changes. On a daily basis, our energy changes. On a daily basis, our optimism changes. One minute we may feel a little overwhelmed or anxious. Another minute we might feel happy. This is energy. Don't you find it interesting that every picture you've ever seen of yourself, you never look exactly the same? Every picture you've ever seen of your spouse, he never looks exactly the same? It's energy. We vibrate all the time. Life is energy. There is no end point. It's all flow. Well, the brainwave is the same way. Your brain has an energy pattern to it. In fact, it's a range of 41 hertz. So the highest level of energy in a normal functioning human brain is 41, 40, and 39 hertz. And that area, really high frequency, is called gamma. Gamma is associated with very high consciousness. It's also associated with mistake-free, high-intense focus. It's an amazing place to be. From there, if you step down, you go from 38 all the way down to 13 hertz. That's the broad range of the human condition. When we're awake, alive, alert, focused, stressed, freaked out, petrified, that's beta brainwave function. And as we go into the beta brainwave function, 15 to 20 hertz is associated with focus. So if my brain is in 15 to 20 hertz, my body and my outcome of my behavior is focused. Then when we step down, 12 hertz to 8 hertz is called alpha. Alpha brainwave function is associated with creativity, rest, relaxation, and being in the zone. We go slower down, we're into theta. Theta is associated with the healing zone. Why is that? It's the only time your cells clean their toxins and do their cellular maintenance, and it's the only time that your mitochondria is restored. And when you're in theta, physiologically, we're slowing down your respiration. So we're oxygenating your entire body and brain. Below theta is delta, all the way down to 0.5 hertz. So think about your behavior, what you do, how you live, and it's commensurate with the frequency you're at. So what have we done at Solace Lifesciences, and why are we so enthusiastic for the future? We've created a platform of patented physics and algorithms and mathematics designed to allow you, as a human being, to change whatever state you want using our physics. For example, say I get up today and I didn't sleep that well. Well, I can't make up sleep debt, okay? The body is physiologically incapable of making up sleep debt. However, biochemistry and physics can. So if I woke up today and I was like, I didn't sleep well, I need some more sleep, I'll go back and get in my bed and get on Nucalm. Nucalm, 20 minutes equals 2 hours of restorative sleep. Great, there you go. I made up for the sleep debt. Then I'm going about my day, noon hits, I eat some food, my belly's digesting the food, and at 1 o'clock I hit a little lull. I'll put on a focus track, just a headphone, while I'm working. Put me into 15 to 20 hertz, much like caffeine does. Increase my brainwave frequency. Then it's 4 o'clock and I want to get on the Peloton. But at 3 o'clock, my brain starts saying, hey, you don't really want to get on the Peloton. You got too much to do. Hey, at 3:30, it's like, hey, the Peloton stinks. You don't want to get on that. To defeat that kind of sabotage, I'll put Ignite on. Ignite activates my brainwave function into high intensity, 39 to 41 hertz. I'll get on there, I'll perform well, I'll feel good about myself, I'll shower, I'll eat dinner, I'll go about my day, hang out with my children, catch up on my life. Then at bedtime, I'll say, I'm still a little jacked up. It was a really good day, or it was a stressful day. Whatever it is, I will put on the sleep track in the bedroom on an iPad. That's what we've created. You soon will have the ability to change your state on demand with no side effects and no drugs. Look forward to seeing you in the future.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is an incredible thing. We are not kidding. We are talking about an industry, first and only neuroacoustic software ever invented in the history of the world. I say ever invented because it has been patented twice, one for the signal, one for the neuroscience. 36 years of clinical proven development, funded by the federal government of the United States itself. 52 million investment put into this science, awarded the first and the only patent for balancing the autonomic nervous system, the entire nervous system, not just the kidney, the bladder, the heart, but the entire nervous system. Originally, it was a class 3 medical device for anxiety, for depression, and for insomnia. It was FDA cleared. Okay, and the cost was quite high. It was a $6,000 medical device, but now it's cheaper. Now available in an affordable mobile app. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about something that has penetrated the wellness industry. There is no competition, something that has no expiry date, something that has no overdose effect, something that anything with a brain can use. There's no inventory cost. There's no warehouse cost. There is a 30-day money-back guarantee, and it's already available in 100 plus countries. We are talking about a hospital in your hand, and I'm going to show you how incredible it is. So why would a person need to get this, irrespective of who you are? Why should you have Nucalm? Now, please watch this short video about some doctors, why it is important for them to give Nucalm to their patients and for them to even use Nucalm.
The transformation in my practice has been near miraculous since we started using Nucalm in November of 2009. After 20 months of use and over 1,800 patients treated, I simply can't and won't practice without it. Let me sum up the impact of what Nucalm has had on my practice by a particular story on a particular Tuesday afternoon that occurred about 2.5 months after we had our 3 systems in play. We had a crazy start to the afternoon, which is normally at 1:30. I had 2 emergencies, 3 hygiene checks, and we immediately fell about 30 minutes behind. Kathy, my assistant, was agitated and driving me crazy. She was going to be off tomorrow. Her daughter was going to deliver. She'd be a grandma for the first time, and she was off the rest of the week. So all she's thinking about is, I want to get out on time, get home, get my work done, and be ready to become a grandmother tomorrow. So I stepped up as leader of the team, which we just have to do sometimes. After 30 years of practice, I get that. So I step up as leader of the team and say, listen, Kath, do me a favor. Let's just hook up the next 2 patients in a row on Nucalm and see what happens. Her response was, okay, I'll try it, and shrugged her shoulders, and off we went. First up was Sherry, one of the 10 most anxious patients in my entire practice. Typically, when we put her in the chair, she twitches and cries and moans and jumps all over the place, and frankly, she just exhausts me. I just want to get through it. I just want to get on. She's one of those toxic patients. I just want to get through. I don't care how much time we give up. Kathy gets her in the chair. She Nucalms her. Man, I did 2 composite buildups and a crown prep, finished down, done, and out of the room in 51 minutes. The woman never budged. She was like in bye-bye land the entire time. I was just shocked. Even after 2.5 months of using Nucalm and Kath and I are getting used to the system, she couldn't help but just stare at me like, this is the same woman. We were just blown away. So I realized for the first time also, as I'm working on Sherry, every time I'd worked on her in the past, she'd wear off the anesthetic like 3 times. So I had to give her more and more injections. So all of a sudden, I'm realizing this is safer dentistry. And for the first time, in the longest time that I could remember, I didn't have to write in her chart that I did the best I could. Better dentistry. Man, I felt so much better about my job that day. Next up is Allison. She's coming in for 2 crown preps and a posting core buildup. Her husband, Ed, had the Nucalm a month earlier for his 2 crown preps, and he insisted that she try it. So she said yes. 68 minutes later, I am done. Out of the room, completely done. Would normally have about 120 minutes for that appointment. And I'm looking at Kathy, high-fiving her down the hallway. You know what? We finished 15 minutes early before the 5 o'clock bell went off. And she had no choice but to apologize. And as the leader of the team, I just hugged her and said, Kath, it's okay. But what we had just witnessed, I saw in her eyes. I saw the true power of Nucalm and the awe in her eyes of what had just happened with these patients, and we're walking out the door 15 minutes early. We joke about it now. You want to get ahead in the day? Nucalm our patients. You want to catch up in the day? Nucalm. It's almost like a game we can play. So here's what I've learned in these past 20 months of using my 3 systems of Nucalm. We can do safer, better dentistry. The local that I can give less local, it takes effect faster, and it no longer wears off. Their motor reflexes of gagging, twitching, salivating, sweating, all of that is either greatly reduced or eliminated. I've been tracking this. I've been saving 20 minutes of chair time per hour. That's a big number. Add that up over the course of the day and see what you can do with that. See emergencies, which I've done lab work, made patient calls, led my team. It has allowed me to be a much stronger leader and certainly more productive because of that saved time. I've become a hero to my patients and staff. We have Nucalm Mondays again now, where every staff member gets 30 minutes on the clock and they love it. And at 55 years of age, 30 years of practice, I'm having more fun now than I ever have before. I love this stuff. I love the Nucalm. It has changed the way that I practice dentistry, and I'm in it for the long haul still, and I can't wait to get the next patient in the chair.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Nucalm is an incredible thing. Let me share with you what is really happening currently in the world. The world is running on empty. So many people are stressed. People are having stress. In Ghana, there's so much flood as we speak about, and I'm sure it's in several other African countries. That has elevated the stress level of people. 37% of adults all over the world are stressed. 3 in 5 people struggle with sleep. The problem is not in Nigeria alone. The problem is not South Africa or US or Canada or Australia alone. The problem is universal. There is war happening, and that has a toll on the minds of people. There's economic uncertainty. There's a digital overload. Information superhighway is loaded on people. Children sometimes are all loaded with information. There's financial pressure. There's pocketitis. People are broke and broken. There is social isolation. The world has never been more connected and yet more stressed. Before people can perform better, they need to feel better. And this is the essence of our presence in this house here. We know how dangerous stress can be. Stress affects major things. For example, research has proven in PubMed that so many diseases are associated with stress. Blood pressure, inflammation, cardiovascular diseases, multiple sclerosis. The immune surveillance is all associated with chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes, cancer, okay, depression, insomnia, okay, anxiety, Parkinson, dementia. All of these are stress related, insulin resistance, metabolic dysfunction. So most of the problem, osteoporosis, okay, the more you go and build up stress in your body, the more your body is likely to have those major health problems. So chronic stress plus poor sleep, these are the two most overlooked drivers of long-term health decline. And Nucalm helps to address both of these issues. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking not about anything. We are talking about 36 years of track record, proven track record. Nucalm has 52-member medical advisory board, top leading scientists, doctors, neurologists, ophthalmologists, neuroscientists, researchers, professors, and doctors who are doing deep dive research. It's been used in 2.7 million surgeries as an alternative to anesthesia, epidural. In some of them, the person will just put on the Nucalm and the person will go through the surgical operations beautifully by harnessing the power of the pain, because the pain is ignited in the brain. You see, whilst I'm talking to you, ladies and gentlemen, I am giving you signals, sound signals from my mouth. These signals, if I say something negative, your brain will react to the negative information I've given you. If I say something negative, you might end up your Zoom call. If I say something positive, that I've given you $100,000 and you get an alert on your phone that truly you've got $100,000, your mood will change. So signals poured into the brain. The brain too has got a brainwaves, which is oscillating between the deepest state of delta up to the highest state of gamma. So the science behind this is what is making this popular. Nucalm has been used by 78 professional sports teams. You know, sometimes you see some of the footballers play football and then they will have headsets on their head. And these footballers, you think they are listening to music, and yet they are Nucalming their body, because Nucalm can increase mental agility, physical agility, sexual libido. You're able to act. Sometimes the problem is not down there. There are so many men who are struggling in their marriages. The problem is not down there, it's up there. When the mind is stressed, bottled with stress, there is no amount of libido that the scrotum can produce. You got to find something in the mind, because the dopamine, the oxytocin, the serotonin, and endorphin are all ignited in your cerebral cortex. And that is why a lot of professional football teams are using it. It's been approved by the Health Canada. It's been used by the military, the U.S. Special Forces, the Navy SEALs, the Air Force, the FBI, the SWAT, the Border Patrol. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about a science that has been endorsed by the government. And that is why many government parastatals are using it. It's been used by the Veteran Affairs in the United States for mental health and wellness. Okay, there are incredible celebrities across the world who have openly endorsed. Tony Robbins is one of them. If you just YouTube or Google Tony Robbins, you will see how great and influential this gentleman is. $600 million superstar, mentoring not only millionaires, but also billionaires with his energy, with his inspiration. He has not just been using Nucalm, he has created one of the programs and championing it in Nucalm. Okay, the world's most powerful book in the world is the Bible. The second most powerful book in the world is Chicken Soup for the Soul. The writer of Chicken Soup for the Soul is Victor Hansen. He is one of the key supporters and the key artifacts of this program known as Nucalm. So he's been backed by science. He's been trusted by professionals, and it's changing many, many lives. All of these industries that you are seeing on your screen, the FedEx, the Chopra Foundation, the CAA Sports, even Intercontinental Hotels, instead of giving massages to people, all they do is that they put a headset or the earpiece, connect it, and give it to the people, and they will, this will Nucalm their body. It will remove stress immediately from the system. And I'll be demonstrating something live for you to see. It will blow your mind. The US Today, the Business Insider, the Forbes, the ESPN, the New York Times have all indicated what Tony Robbins said, that Nucalm is a tool for creating balance in your mind and in your body. So how does it really work? Please watch this video. It shows how it all works together, very briefly.
What if you could simply change the channel on stress, worry, and anxiety? Or flip the adrenaline switch in your brain anytime you needed? You can. We all can. With Nucalm. Nucalm isn't a revolution. It's an evolution in the way we take care of ourselves. With over 3 decades of research and development, Nucalm's patented neuroacoustic software is clinically proven to create a physiological state change in your brain and body. With nothing more than your headphones and our mobile app, Nucalm gives you a suite of powerful tools that put the power of your brain in the palm of your hand. The human brain operates in a narrow band of frequency ranges, typically referred to as brainwaves. Each type of brainwave is associated with a different type of brain function. Throughout the day, your brain's frequency changes based on whether you're tired, anxious, nervous, excited, hungry, or anything in between. These frequency changes are normal, but not normally under our control, often forcing us to fight against our brain to achieve our goals, with a wide variety of detrimental side effects. That's where Nucalm comes in. Nucalm's patented neuroacoustic software reliably and safely interacts with your brain to speed up or slow down your brainwave frequencies using nothing more than your headphones, like a tuning fork. Our clinically proven neuroscience gives you the power to change the channel on stress, poor sleep, or lack of focus, or to turn up the adrenaline when it's time to perform its best. Unlike typical stress apps, meditation, or binaural beat apps, Nucalm's journeys are engineered with the world's only patented, clinically proven neuroacoustic software designed to naturally guide your brain to different frequency states on demand. In fact, a single Nucalm journey contains nonlinear algorithms and dynamic frequencies that can exceed 2 gigabytes of data. Stop letting life determine your frequency and start working with your brain, not against it. Nucalm is the power of clinical neuroscience in the palm of your hand.
And ladies and gentlemen, Nucalm is changing many lives. We are talking about 36 years of science, 36 years, patented technology, okay, science-based, non-invasive drug use proven. Sometimes we speak about Nucalm, it doesn't make sense until you have used it. It doesn't really click until you've used the app. I'm coming to demonstrate how the app works for you. And what I'm about to show you, I'll be using my phone to demonstrate that it will blow your mind here, okay? And you are going to see something incredible as I demonstrate the app here. So let me just go here. This is an app that you are seeing on my phone. The first time you open the app, first you have to download it, okay? Download it, and then install it on your phone. And then when you open it, this is what you see. Watch the first most powerful one, and that is Rescue. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here, use Rescue. No matter what, use Rescue. It will give you immediate, and I mean instant 100% stress release, full stop. You will have your stress removed immediately. And you know that stress is associated with most of the major health challenges. So you can see when stress is gone over time, how your body is going to be able to fight those major health challenges. But before you do that, you need to do a stress test. So I'm going to demonstrate the stress test to you. To do that, click at the bottom here, okay? And I'm going to do that stress test. All you got to do is just talk for 35 seconds. And once you talk for 35 seconds, your stress test will be done and your stress test will be calculated for you. So the last stress test I did, you see the previous one was 84%. The value, when the value is in the red zone, it means you are very stressed. When the value is in the green zone, it means you are less stressed. And the one I just did about 2 hours ago, okay, is 93%, which means that my stress level, look, ladies and gentlemen, when I started, my stress level was in the 50s and the 70s, 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s. But now, anytime I do it, it is above that, which means that my stress level has been improving because I am now using the Nucalm app. So let me do a stress test. I'm going to print it and then click start. It will record your voice for just 35 seconds. So right now I'm talking. As I'm talking, it will be recording my voice. Of course, I've been doing a lot of presentation for the past 3 hours. So maybe my stress level would have gone up a bit, but all the same, I am speaking naturally. I'm trying to speak naturally so that it will record my voice. And then after that, I'll show you my percentage level. And then you can see whether my stress level has gone up or has come down. But the good thing is that even if your stress level is up, you are still going to use the mobile app and then be able to use to remove the stress or distress your system. Because we are always dealing with stress. You get it? And as long as you are in this world, you'll be dealing with stress. But the key point is to remove it. It's not sleep. Take note. It's not sleep that will solve the stress. Somebody can sleep 10 hours and it will be more stressed than somebody who slept 2 hours. It's the quality of the sleep. And that quality of the sleep, you don't get it because your mind is already bottled. So you have to be old. So you see, it's 88% now. That is my stress level. It is suggesting to me that I should use rescue or power nap to be able to what? To contain the situation. So ladies and gentlemen, that is your stress level. This is like a hospital vital statistics that you are taking, that you do. Once you've done that, you can come back here and then you can now continue. So let me go back to the presentation and then we can continue the discussion. So I've done the stress test right there. Now, all of these, once you've done the stress test, which is what you see on the screen, once you've done that, you can now use the rescue. Please use the rescue anytime. Look, there is no overdose effect on this. There is no side effect. There is no expiry date. Children can use it. Babies unborn can use it. Anything with a brain, pregnant women can use it. Anytime. And you can use it as multiple times as possible. Morning, afternoon, evening, anytime. You can use it. And you can use any of them as possible. But when you are going to bed, the best one to use is the deepest sleep state. Because that will give you a very long night, sentencing you into the delta coma-like state where your body will restore. But then note that rescue is the most powerful. Okay, if it will give you fast relief when you need it the most. It will elevate your parasympathetic nervous system. You know, it will shift you into that calm state. Your vagus nerve is activated. The vagus nerve supports deep relaxation and recovery. It will slow down your breath and your whole body is oxygenated. Your cells are restored in the process. And that is why the Harvard University postdoctoral student did a research and they concluded that 20 minutes of Nucalm is equivalent to 2 hours of restorative sleep. I gave this thing to a certain man in Sakumono. I told him he was going to sleep for just 20 minutes. He says he's never slept for 20 minutes. He said that even when he sleeps for 20 minutes, he will have headaches. It will not happen. It should not happen. I said, he will feel relaxed. He says, no way. I said, look, let me give you my earpiece. So I just gave him my earpiece here, stuck it to his ears, and he was laughing at me. And whilst I was talking slowly with him, within 4 minutes, the man was snoring. He was snoring. 20 minutes, the app finished, and then he got up. He was telling me I've made him lose his meeting time. I asked him, what time is your meeting? He said, it is 5 p.m. And I said, look at the clock. The clock is 3:44 p.m. He says, what? It feels like I've slept for 4 hours. I said, no, you just slept for 20 minutes. 20 minutes of Nucalm is equivalent to 2 hours of restorative sleep. It's not just sleep, it's restorative sleep. That's the power behind this. Okay. And then the deepest sleep is the one you don't use a headset. You just open it to the loudspeaker. The sound will buzz into the room and you will be sentenced into the mid-heaven. The focus allows you to elevate your mental gymnastics. You're able to focus and do your research and do your exams and understand. Let your children use the focus whenever they are learning. It elevates the mental. Your concentration level is higher. You know, you are able to have a clear mental clutter. Okay. And then you're able to do quick thinking. You are able to think faster and react smarter. Use it. The Ignite, I love it when you are bathing, use Ignite. When you're going to do exercise, use Ignite. When you want to take a little walk, use Ignite. When you're doing aerobic or anaerobic exercise, use Ignite. You need the Ignite to be able to perform very well on your partner. Activate all the performances. Optimize your strength, your speed, your stamina, your ability to prime your body and the mind to perform the performance of your life. And this one does that. Then you have the flow state, you have the priming. The priming is one of the great things that Tony Robbins has been using. And ladies and gentlemen, let me share something. You look like I didn't share this. Okay, let me just go back and share this. That will also blow your mind. You see, anytime you use this thing, I have this thing. Okay, that's the same thing Tony Robbins is having. Okay. This thing is a sleep tracker. And just today, this is my sleep tracker. My sleep tracker is telling me that my daily goal is 97%, which is fantastic. I slept for, look up there, I slept for 7 hours, 46 minutes. But you see, normally I will never even get a deep sleep. I will always get light sleep. But because I was using Nucalm whilst I was sleeping, you can see that my deep sleep is 51%. In fact, if I show you my previous records, you will see that my deep sleep had always been lower because I wasn't using Nucalm. But now that I've started using Nucalm, my deep sleep is more than my light sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, you can sleep for 10 hours, and I can sleep for just 2 hours. And my deep sleep of 2 hours is way better than your 10 hours of light sleep. This is the thing that people don't understand. It's not about quantity, but it is about quality, the quality of sleep. And that is a key thing. And that is why I love using the Nucalm. That is why I've given it to several people who have benefited from the usage of it. Okay. I hope you can see my screen now. So now I'm going to invite somebody who is going to share with us how Nucalm has helped him. Emmanuel, if Emmanuel is around, Emmanuel, please unmute yourself and then share your story with us, okay? Emmanuel, are you here? I can see you.
Yes, please.
Fantastic. So Emmanuel, first of all, what do you do? Who are you?
Thank you, Prof. Emmanuel Nyakotete is my name. Please, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, loud and clear.
Good. So I work at a development practitioner. I'm actually child protection officer at UNICEF. And
great.
20th of 20th of this month.
Are you also doing a PhD as well?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'm the PhD.
Okay. I thought about that.
In Belfast University.
All right.
So my daughter was graduating. She finished her WASI, and as you know, we have this opportunity for attend her graduation. And I was also privileged to be invited as the guest speaker for the occasion. That was on the 20th of this month. So I was preparing to travel, and my car was giving me a problem. I started sending it to the mechanic from Wednesday. Anytime I go and pick it, another problem. So Friday, we decided to leave here at 10. And I went to them again because when I went for the car on Thursday, there was a problem. They said, okay, they are coming to fix it. By the time around 12 o'clock, it has not finished. So they said I should go home, get prepared and come so that when they finish with me, we go. I came to the shop with my wife. We were waiting. And they said that they were going for something from Wabasukai. So around 2:30, I realized that, no, I have to travel to Kumasi. And look at this time. What do I do? Then I remember that I have this app. So I used Rescue for 30 minutes while they were working on the car. To cut a long story short, by 3:10, they had then finished and we were about to set off. So I remember that, okay, let me use Ignite. Then I put on the Ignite and we started the journey.
You were using them. You're using all of them. I like that.
Yes. So when we got to a bridge, I put on Ignite again and driving. We got to Bunso. I did a stopover because my big brother's wife sells by the roadside for 5 minutes. So when we finished exchanging pleasantries and we were about to set off, I put on the Ignite again. Traffic was on the road, so we kept on driving. I was driving. I was not feeling sleepy. I was not tired. We got to Konongo. Then my wife said that she needed to eat something and take her medicine. So we stopped at Shell at Konongo for only 20 minutes.
So what is the main bottom line? What is your main experience bottom line you would say here? What is a bottom line that you can say?
Again, Prof.
Yeah, what is a bottom line?
The bottom line was that I was able to drive and go to Mount Pontin at 11:45 without getting tired. I didn't stop by the roadside to say that I'm washing my face, I'm doing this. I got there still alive, strong. I decided to sleep and I used the deep space sleep for sleeping for the night because the following day to have an assignment. I'm the guest speaker. I wake up again at 5:30. I did rescue for 30 minutes and I went to this occasion. I sat at the high table without blinking my eye and I presented my speech perfectly. So the app works. It works perfectly for me, and I can tell you, these days I decide on when to sleep because I'm also working on my papers for publication for my PhD. And the app is helping me because when I get home from work, I decide to study to maybe 12 o'clock, 11:30. Then I decide to go and sleep, and I use the deep sleep, and I sleep very well for 4 hours. Like you said, I wake up and I'm healthy, strong, and I go to work. Thank you.
Exactly. Wow. Wow. Benjamin, he's not the only one. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Thank you for this wonderful exposure. I have given this app to my mother. I've given it to myself. I have had insomnia for 14 years. I used the app on the 10th of May. 11th of May, my insomnia was gone. Guaranteed. I have the records there. And I've given it to several people, some with high blood pressure, okay? Very high blood pressure, ranging between 160 to 168 there. And now the pressure has stabilized around 120 to 128 thereabout. Of course, there may be other factors, but the fact that the thing has consistently, been stabilizing since they started using Nucalm is a telling point. Now, no amount of explanation can any of us give for you to accept the power of Nucalm, except watching this video. Listen to what Brother Craig actually indicated when it comes to using Nucalm. Nobody can convince you because of this.
It's a real challenge to talk about Nucalm in terms of a promise or a benefit because it's so experiential, because the mind is relative, right? And so if a person was blind, you could never describe to them the color orange. But if they had seen the color red and the color yellow, and then they went blind, you could extrapolate orange as being between yellow and red, right? So what is Nucalm like? That's what people are asking. That's what the mind wants to know is, what is this better than, Because they're looking for a reference, and there's not much. That is what is so difficult. And so when people ask me, I've heard about it, it sounds great, but give me some detail. Let's put some meat on the bone here. I just say, have you got 5 minutes? And I put the headphones on them. And what do they say at the end of that? Wow. It's like a drug experience because it's an altered state. When you and I are talking and it is...
So that is it. You have to experience it. Okay. And that is the magic of it. Millions of people struggle every day with stress, with sleep, with focus, with recovery, with mental illness. But what we don't know is that these are all connected to the major diseases that we know. Nucalm is already in 100+ countries. The company is expanding, but these people are medical doctors. They don't market product. So they contracted themselves with a company that is known as Social X. Solace uses word of mouth as a means to reach the rest of the world. They have created a platform where you can use this principle as your project and you can make some income unimaginable for your life. And I'm speaking about things that I'm about to show you that will blow your mind. Yours is not going about selling Nucalm to anybody. Yours is not going about lecturing people, about Nucalm. No, all you got to do is to do something that has nothing to do with selling. And I'm going to share that with you. But first, I want you to cast your mind back with the world, the desire, the dreams you used to have. We have bills to pay, mortgages to pay, utilities to pay, insurance, expenses. And sometimes we look at our lives. One opportunity knocks on our door. One of the first things people do is that they just throw it away because they've seen similar things in the past before. And the mind is always like, oh, this is something like what I've seen in the past. And because of that, people don't take certain things that are first time seriously. Sometimes they wait and watch and see what will happen. But ladies and gentlemen, vision is who you are today by virtue of what you see tomorrow. Wisdom is the ability to see what is obvious, even when that obvious thing is a secret. So it sometimes pays for you to look at it when the evidences are clear, like it is. There are several publications on this. There are patents on this. There are over 7,000 medical doctors across the world. In fact, with the people I'm working with right now, I have over 200 medical doctors from different disciplines who are championing this. So look at your life right now, look at your dream, because that dream you had as a child is there, is alive. The dream of having a wonderful family, taking the family on a vacation, traveling around the world, to places that you only seen in James Bond and Fast and Furious movies. Drinking your pina colada on the island of Maldives, having that career success you want to have, having the freedom and the wealth that you want to have, because you two were created in the image of a creator whose creativity in his creation is created. The creation of God is abundant. Everything God has made is abundant. The land is abundant. The rivers are abundant. The sea is abundant. Everything is abundant. What do you think God wants you to have? Tiny bit or abundant? That great health you want to have with your children. It is possible. It is possible to achieve those dreams. It is alive there. And sometimes many people stop their dreams. After school, when they look at their salaries, okay, they stop dreaming. The places they want to live, they don't want to live there again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's good to dream again. And I have opened my dream box when I got to know about Nucalm. And let me tell you why. To be part of the Nucalm project and make at least $2,000 every month, and I'll show you why. Just register with Nucalm. Buy it. Install it on your mobile phone. Experience the benefit of Nucalm. You will have immediate better sleep, immediate stress release, immediate performance. You will have that within 24 hours. All you do is tell your friends, families, co-workers, acquaintances, friends, enemies, anybody, tell them you have an incredible news for them. Some of them are going to tell you what is the news. Bring them to us. We do presentation every single day, and then we will talk to them for you whilst you learn the process of presenting. When you have learned the process of presenting, you can present to them yourself. You can even ask people, do you sometimes feel stressed? They are going to ask you, yes, of course. Bring them to these presentations that we do. We will give them the reason why they feel stressed and give them a solution to that. They are going to be grateful to you. How do you start? You buy your app. You can choose a monthly package or you can choose a yearly. If you want to get a monthly package, all you have to do is to buy it $42.49 and renew it every month. You buy that, renew it every month. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no big expensive, especially when you know the power of health and the power of wealth. I would normally recommend that if you can afford, go for the yearly, $459, and you save $50. Why the yearly? Because the exchange rate is sometimes depreciating against the local currency. So the more you buy the monthly, you are paying too much because the exchange rate is depreciating. If you can buy the yearly, you buy it one time for the year. The only time you renew it is a subsequent year. If you can't do that, you can start with a monthly and upgrade to the yearly. Now, how much do you get every month? When you are inviting your people to us and then we speak to them for you, they will get a deeper understanding of how this thing works. You are going to be earning 5 different incomes. The first income is the tiny little thing. It's just a little gift. Anybody you register on the monthly, the company will dash you $10. The next person you register on the monthly, the company will dash you $10. That's not the income I'm going to talk about. There's another income that you get, which is $100, the same first experience bonus. Anybody you register on the yearly, you will get $100. Anybody that you register on the yearly, get $100. Again, that is not the income that we are really going to be focusing on. There are levels, journeys that you fly to. You start as an active associate down here. And then when you register one person, you become a manager. When you register 7 people, you become manager 7. When you register 3 people, you become manager 3. Then from manager 7, now you deal with thousands of dollars of sales. So when you have $5,000 of sales from within your team, you are a 5K. Or you move to 10K when you have 10,000 sales volume that has been generated. And they go all the way to 500,000, or 500K. Now, so these are the levels. But then the first and the most powerful thing is to quickly get to manager 1 by registering 1 person. Or get to manager 3 by registering 3 people. And try to get to manager 7. It is from there. See, you can register 3 people and decide to stop registering. And you're still going to be earning income. I'll show you very soon. But if you go further to manager 7 and even beyond, your family is going to thank you. Let's look at the second income. Anytime you get to manager, apart from the first income, you will get $50. It's a one-time bonus that you get. If you get to manager 7, that is, you register 7 people, you get $200. Again, I have collected the first one, I've collected the second one. If you get to 5K, you get $500. I've collected that one too. If you get to 10K, you will get $1,000. I've collected that one too. If you get to 25K, you get 2,500. I've collected that one too. So, ladies and gentlemen, you keep going like that. Right now, I'm sitting on 25K, and my goal is to go. I am just 49 days old. So you can do this as well. We are working together. You are among the first 1,000 people. You can go all the way to 500K, collecting $50,000. And in total, you would have collected $89,250. Again, this is not even the main income that we are going to be talking about. Now, somebody might be wondering, how can I sustain my monthly purchase? How can I sustain it? It's easy. It's very easy. Try and register 3 people on the annual package. You get $350. Or register 7 people on the annual package. You get $950. Remember, the monthly package is what? $42.49. So when you have $950, that would take care of the 42.49, 42.49, 42.49. Easy, job done. But again, this is not even the main income. Let's go to the main income. Now, please watch. Every purchase has got a volume. And remember, there are only 2 purchases, the monthly and the yearly. Anytime somebody buys a monthly 42.49, the volume attached to that is 21 CV. Anytime somebody buys the annual package, which is $459, the volume attached to that is 200. So, and of course, you'll be getting the $10 and the $100 respectively. Look on the far right here. These are the incomes that you'll be earning. Okay. I've already spoken about the first experience bonus. I've also spoken about the member acquisition bonus. Okay. The member acquisition bonus is anytime somebody renews, you are getting $10 and up to $100. Okay. I've also spoken about the rank advancement bonus. That is the one that you are earning up to almost $90,000. The real income is here, and this is what I'm going to be focusing on. This is the one that can make you a multi-millionaire if you pay attention to what I'm about to share with you, ladies and gentlemen. It's known as the regenerating matrix. Now, I'm going to go to explain that. I have done an easy way to explain that. I'll show you the slide. The key point is that you have 3 spots already under you when you register. You are not going to create a spot. The spot has already been created. Yours is to fill in that spot. If you don't fill in that spot, the matrix will automatically fill in that spot for you as people are registering others. You see, there are people before you. Whoever they bring, it will spill over to you in the spot. But you want to try to fill your first spot quickly because you're going to see benefit of that later on. Below the first 3 people are 9 spots. That's the first 3, each of them should fill. So the whole idea is that when you join this organization, try and get your first 3 people. At least your first. You can choose to stop or you can choose to continue. But immediately, within the first few days, maximum 1 month, get your first 3. And I'm going to show you the power of that. Now watch this. So these here on the far left here are called levels. So these are the levels. Okay. I want to assume that every single person can get his first 3 averagely in the first month. So I still want to also assume this section as months. So in your first month, okay, that is if you fill your first 3 people, okay, that is the first month. Okay. Now the regenerating matrix, this is how much you're going to pay. Please note that the regenerating matrix income, it starts so tiny, but the power of compounding makes it so big later on. So follow me as I walk you through this regenerating matrix. So once you get your first 3, this is the amount you earn. We are going to teach the 3 people to also get their first 3. Let's assume that they too will take 1 month to get 3 people each registered. That means that in your second month, which is here, you will be having 9 people added to the 3 people. That means in your third month, each of the 9 persons is also going to try to get their first 3, their 3. That means that you will get 27 people. Now, watch this. Even if they don't do that, even if the 3 people you have registered, they don't get anybody, this 9 spots is still going to be filled. So you don't have to worry. You just do your part, okay? And in your 4th month, the 27 each will get their 3, so that will be 81 people. Now, watch this. By your 7th month, okay, you are earning $6,157 every month. By your 7th month. By your 7th month, you are making $6,157. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not even yet in my 7th month. I'm in my 2nd month, and yet I'm earning more than this already. That is the power. So you can speed up the process if you like. You see, a hungry person cannot be forced to eat because that person is already hungry. When I came in here, I came in with a lot of hunger. I have 33 orphans to feed every day. And so something is hunting me. It's not butterflies. It's 33 lions. And so I needed, when I saw this, I did not blink. But hold on. That was your 7th month. By your 10th month, that is if everybody is going to be able to get their first 3 people in their 1st month, by your 10th month, you are earning $78,000 every month. Now, ladies and gentlemen, watch this. Of course, not everybody will be able to get their 3 people in their 1st month. You agree with that? That's true. But you also agree that some will also get more than 3 people in their 1st month. Do you also agree with that? That is true. Because in my, 1st month, I brought 28 people. Now I have 34 people. So that should tell you that you can get more. Some of your people will get more than 3. Some will not get 3 at all. Some will get 0, but it will still balance over time. By your 12th month, okay, or your 12th level, okay, you are earning approximately $680,000 every month. Every month. Ladies and gentlemen, let me show you something. Even if that doesn't happen, okay, because that, you see, some people, they can't fathom, they can't understand the possibility of earning this income. If I speak to a certain millionaire who has been making income, he will understand. But some people cannot understand. Now, to be able to go to that level 12, the 12th month, you must have become manager 7. Okay, you must have become manager 7 because manager 7 goes 15 levels deep, as you can see here. Manager 7 will go 15 levels deep. Just 7 people. Okay, even manager 3, you go 7 levels deep, and that means you'll be earning up to what? $6,000. $6,000 plus dollars is not. It's not a joke, man. It's an incredible income. But watch this. You can earn up to $200,000 easily at manager 5. Manager 5 will take you to 11 levels deep. 11 levels deep. Everybody can choose to bring 3 or 4 or 1 or nothing, but you chose to bring only 5. And that will make you earn over $200,000 deep. Even if you don't get that, you get 25% of that. It's still $50,000. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not even the real income. Okay, there is another income that you can earn, which is crazy. And this is the reason why I decided to do this. What I'm about to show you has been copyrighted in the United States. No other company in the world can use this profit sharing position system. It's so powerful. It's so deep. Once you get it, once you understand this, you will not walk with this. You will run with this. And let me show you. You remember we said that all you got to do is try and register at least 3 people. And even after you register 3 people, you can still go to bed or you can still continue. Well, let me show you what happens when you continue. So here is the first person you brought, second person he brought, and third person he brought. All of them are happy, but they've not really started taking this project seriously like you have. So they have brought nobody, but you see the 9 spot is under them. Each one has got 3 spots. So you decided to bring your 4th person. Guess what? The system will bring that 4th person, but it will create a profit sharing position, what we call clone. It will create a clone, which is you yourself. A clone of you. Before that, number fourth person is added. So that is your clone. You see, your clone is going to take that level, the level 2. You see, the first 3 is your level 1. The next 9 is your level 2. These guys have not still brought anybody. Your next person will not go to this girl because the girl has still not brought anybody, but you have brought one person under the hair. She's going to enjoy it. The next person you bring will go under this guy and you get another clone. The next person you bring will go under this girl and you get another clone. So you are now filling your clone. The clones will start going. But remember, the sharing of the people will go from one person to the next person to the next person. And so that is how you fill the clones. So you see now, at this stage, your entire level 2 is made up of you yourself. Do you know what that means? You are going to be paid every month on each one of these clones as if they are human beings working, but they are not working. It is a work you have already done. Whatever these people do, the company is going to pay you on each of the 9 clones. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, I have registered 34 people, which means I have 31 clones. I checked my income yesterday. My clones are earning more money than myself. And this money is still coming to me every week. It's crazy. In fact, in my level 2, I have 7 clones already, 7. So I have filled this one with my name, this 3 with my name, and this last one, I have 1 person of myself there. So when you join this organization, don't sit down when you have gotten the 3 already. You can continue and your clone is going to pay you. See, let me give you an example for you to see the power of income you can make as a clone. Let me just show you. It's crazy. Once you understand this, you will not toy with this. You will do this as if you like. Now, let's imagine that you are in level 12, okay? And you are earning $680,000, okay, every month. And your clones will be 2 levels below you. So let's assume that your 9 clones, all of them are at here. Because if you are level 12, they are here. And each one of them is making what? $78,000, okay? So each of your clones is making $78,000. And you yourself, you are making 600 and so take 78,656. Okay, you multiply that by the 9 people. So that means that every month you are making $707,000 on your clones alone, in addition to your $680,000. And I understand why the CEO told me that if you work well, within a year, you could be making $500,000 or $1 million. This is the most powerful system. So you don't need to go and create multiple accounts. No, your clones are the multiple accounts automatically as you register more people. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about a technology that is ahead of its time. Something that is changing the lives of as many people as possible. I want you to look at your life right now. You see, the reason why many people don't do well in life is not because life is hard. No, it's because they are afraid to take chances. A woman goes through 9 months of pregnancy. It's not because it's fun. On the day of delivery, the child can die. The woman can die. And yet women are giving birth by heart. Why? Because the chances you take, the people you meet, the faith that you have, that is what is going to define you. Fear is just an acronym. It stands for false evidence appearing real. Many people don't take chances. They are afraid to take chances. Fear can paralyze you. Fear can demoralize. I had a guy. He says, I did something like this, but I don't know. Okay. I said, take the chance. He took the chance. Today, he's now earning an income which is a little bit close to his salary. He can't even believe it. You got to take chances. Okay. I have a professor friend in France. He said, those who take risks make 2 mistakes. Those who don't take risks also make 2 mistakes. So what will you do? Being broke is hard. Being wealthy is hard. Choose your heart. And the thing is that the world is going digital. Everything is going digital. Have you observed? Businesses are going digital. So many people are going digital with their activities. Not just that. People are now conscious about their health, mental health, environmental degradation. More people are prioritizing their mind, their body, their emotional wellness. This is going to grow. It's going to grow. We are talking about a hospital in your pocket. This will run with me or without me. It will go with you or without you. I have doctors, professors, people of higher repute. ministers of state, congressmen, members of parliament, incredible people of government status who in Ghana, in Nigeria, in US, in Canada are doing this. They are part of this because they see the bigger picture. Netflix is rising because it's a digital thing. It has killed the DVD industry. Spotify, Prime Video, Disney, all of them. So look at your life right now. If you were to continue doing what you are doing right now, what will happen? What will happen in the next 5 years? What will happen? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a professor in 4 universities. I'm a director in 3 companies. So I'm not broke. The people that do this are not broke. They are highly, highly smart people. They are people of all levels. The great thing is that you don't need to have a higher level of education to do this. Okay? It doesn't matter your level of school. It doesn't matter your class, your status, your race, your gender, nothing. This is a business of the people, for the people, by the people. This is technology. All you need is a mobile phone. That mobile phone will give you the health. That mobile phone will give you the income. You cannot be using the mobile phone and not be earning $1,000 every month at least. That is why I love this. Wherever I go in the world. Today, I have made as little as $500 already just using my mobile phone with this one. So look at the situation that you are in. Sometimes you got to try. God tried with Adam. He failed. He didn't stop trying with Jesus. You got to try. You got to keep that. Okay. It's not going to be easy. Some people will not listen to you. They will think you are joking, but that is part of the process. Understand the process of success. You've got to go through your Red Sea before you can reach your promised land. You've got to pass through your desert before you can reach your Canaan. I did not promise you sunshines and rainbows. I promise you this. If you take this thing well and stay and do this consistently for a year, you may be tempted to fire your boss. So do this. Come what may, do this, because people are going to do it anyway. And you are among the first creme de la creme people to start this. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been given the key. The door is in front of you. The door has been opened. The key is in your hand. The old dreams are limiting our lives. The bills are limiting our lives. The retirement, a lot of us are looking at a retirement as a time when we are going to stand. No. No. Do this. Do it well as if your life depends on it, because it's going to reward you a big time. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big thank you to all of you for being on the call. It's been a pleasure having all of you here. At this stage, if you have a question, please feel free, put it in the chat or raise your hand, and then you can ask your question here. Let me see whether there are some questions some people have asked here, okay? Someone says, I have a question. I think it's been answered, okay? Are the clones paying monthly? No, the clones are not paying, and yet they are earning for you. That is the power of the system, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, do this. I would suggest to you that tonight, before you go to bed, go to your Visa card, take your Visa card, register for this. Do the yearly if you can. Do the yearly so that you are safe for the next 1 year. I'm telling you, I did the yearly for myself. I did the yearly for my wife. I did the yearly for my 2 children. Yearly for all of them. I know you might say that, oh, he's got the money. No. I have the vision. I have the vision. Vision is who you are today by virtue of what you see tomorrow. I could see what is happening. Okay. And I did that. Today, I've made all of that money back in 30 days because this is going to grow. People love their health. People have hypertension. So many people have diabetes, hypertension, joint aches, osteoporosis, arthritis. This will help them. This is going to help them. So it's better you start now and run fast with this, because people are going to look at you and thank you. And it's not just the money, ladies and gentlemen. It's the lives you're going to be touching. You're going to touch lives. You're going to affect lives. You're going to touch people. They are going to be grateful to you. Oh, and not just that. Here you learn. You are going to learn to discover 4 things. You will learn about leadership. You will learn that will affect your job positively. You will learn about communication skills. It will teach you. There's a personal development, self-development that you will have here. It will elevate you for you to be able to be wonderful in other areas. You would also learn something known as unique value proposition. Unique value proposition will teach you on how to journey into yourself Know what you are good at. You may be good at dancing, cleaning, law, mathematics, professor, medicine, whatever you are good at. Did you know that you can earn more money already outside your job from the job you are doing? So your job you are doing, you're already good at that. So you now use technology to advance that. We will teach you all of these things. You will become a better person whilst you are getting better health and better wealth. The choice is yours. And when you do that, your family, it's like when a doctor is giving you a particular medication and say, how is this medication going to help me? What this is going to do is that it's going to raise or reduce your brainwave frequency that is connected to the hypothyroidism, and then your body will remove stress from itself, and then your cells will activate to be able to now harness that particular inflammation that you are talking about. So just use it. Anybody, don't ask, will it help somebody with diabetes? Will it help? No, just use it. Use it like when you are eating, you don't normally even wonder whether the food is going to help you solve your health problems, but the food is still going to help you solve your health problem. You should see it like that and use it. Somebody says that, what is it? He says, is it necessary to get a Visa card before you can register someone, however you were being registered by someone else? Look, you can use Visa card to register. You can use any card to register. You can let a person who is registering you help you with the process if he can do it for you by virtue of trust. But the key point is that you need a card. You need a card, whichever card you need a card to be able to register. And please, I will encourage you to register today, because a lot of people are going to register anyway. A lot of people are going to register. But if you're able to do it today, you speed up faster than them. And when they come onto the system, they will spill over to you. And whatever they do, it will climb up to you anyway. So if you can do it today if you can. It will help you fantastically. The recording will be given out to the person who gave you this link. And the person will give you the recording and you can watch it again. The alternative payment the company is having, and they are working on that seriously as we speak. They are going to allow people to be paying with cryptocurrency. So that is happening. Okay, they are working on that as we speak. It's going to come. And then they're also going to even allow something incredible for those in Africa, something that looks like M-Pesa or mobile money payment. Okay, that is also coming along so that you have 3 different ways of payment. But for now, we are using the Visa system. Someone says, what is the minimum capital needed to start? Well, it's just 42. Oh, thank you. And thank you so much. She has answered you fantastically. If you want a monthly, 42.29 monthly. Every month you renew that. That is not money. That money is nothing compared to what you're going to be earning. What you're going to see. Ladies and gentlemen, watch this. I have a team in over 20 countries that are seriously working with this. The countries, people in France, people in Iceland, people in Spain, Italy, Germany, US, Canada, Australia, Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe. This is going to grow. This is going to grow. So it's going to grow. There are doctors in this program that I have ever seen in any organization. This is critical. Okay. So somebody said, when do you stop subscribing? You can stop subscribing anytime you want to stop. You can, in fact, you can even register today, get the app 30 days to the time, you can ask for your money back for the monthly. For the yearly, there is no 30-day money back guarantee because the yearly amount would have been used already. Okay. All you got to do is to start. And whenever you want to stop, you cancel your subscription. Okay, you decide. Just as you can cancel your subscription with Netflix or with DSTV and you don't want to use it again, you can always do that anytime. Okay, and for those of you in Nigeria who use Verve, Verve is a local card, so you can't use that. So you need a MasterCard or a Visa card or another form of card. So speak to the person who is registering you. That person will help you through the process. Okay, or send the money to the person. And if the person trusts you, the person will use his card for you whilst you use that. Ladies and gentlemen, if there is no more question, it's been a joy having all of you. Health is the most precious thing you can have. We have somebody, Dr. Stella, I hope you are here. She is an incredible superstar. She's just joined this organization. Dr. Stella, do you remember the day you joined? Okay, the date you joined? Oh, let me allow you to unmute yourself, okay? You can unmute yourself now. Let me also make your calls. Dr. Stella Kokoricha Esiet. This woman is a gargantuan gagamamus. She is building an empire of touching the lives of people in the country known as Nigeria. Okay. And she has been moving at the toppest speed. Dr. Stella, please go ahead. Tell us what has motivated you to be flying so faster in this project like that?
Okay, thank you, my able mentor, my super mentor. In short, I don't know what to use to qualify you. There are so many factors. As you can see, if you can see me, you will see that I'm still driving. I had an emergency taking so I had the house launch. I'm working so hard, hustling, you know. So when I saw this opportunity, we've done some marketing before. When you have people to buy, they will say no product. Or product has come, 3 months, product is in the work, blah, blah, blah. And of course, I'm a medical doctor. I saw the benefits of this product. And the fact that it's a digital product. In short, I didn't need to be told. The day I signed up, 27th of May, I was actually still on the move. I went to actually see this patient then too, because that was when the illness started. Do you know, I had to park my car. When I listened to the presentation, I had to park my car on the side of the road to do my registration. Because when I started listening to the presentation, a neurologist, a medical doctor, she's a neurologist, is specialized in neuroscience. She was listening to the presentation with me as I was walking all about. So she told me, what is it that you are listening to? I said, it's one link that one of our, he said, please forward to me. I want to listen. That was it. So when you see a good thing, and me, I have a God feeling that this business is divine for me, because something so easy with the generous compensation plan, you are giving value. This is not put your money here 1 month, you come back to collect anything. You are giving value. This app, after I registered for 3 days, I didn't even download it, I didn't even use it. I just knew this is something I want to do. But when our Dr. KO was saying, use it, I decided to download and use it for myself. I know I don't sleep enough. Many days I sleep late, wake up early, which is not good for my health. In short, there was a day I did my stress test and it was 9. It was 39. I feel it in my own body. It was showing red. I had to use rescue. So nobody can tell me. I'm convinced the product works. The money is good. So I'm taking it like Jehovah Witness. Everybody, everywhere I am, I must preach the gospel of news. People they will first of all say, sorry, I have to continue driving where I am. It's not safe, so I can't be late. You know, so I believe the product because I've used it. People have used it, and they are testified. And I want the money. I want the money. In short, I have so many things I want to do with that money. You know, so that's my motivation. And
Wow.
that's why when people
And
when I
how do you feel now that you are 10K, the only 10K now in Nigeria?
no, I want more. I'm like a deer. I'm like a parched land. I want more.
Oh my goodness.
Before this month end, if I can see 22K, 25K, I don't mind.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you will understand. I'm telling you, you will understand the joy you get when you are recommending something good to people and you are getting paid. You know what? Even if this thing was not going to pay you, I would still have recommended this to my mother. I would have recommended it to my uncle. I would have given it to my brother anyway, even if I was not going to be paid.
if it's possible. That's funny. So,
you know, and yet now I'm going to be paid, not small money. Now I'm getting paid more than my salary pays. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. If you love your life, if you want to touch lives, this is it.
Hello?
Dr. Stella, yes. What will be your final message for those who are yet to start? What will be your final? I think we've lost it here slightly. What will be your final message for those about to start? What will be your final message for those yet to start? Okay. I think we've lost her. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's so clear. Look at your life right now. Don't be forced to do this. Okay. And like I said, even if you start and you don't want it, you can end your subscription and you can collect your first month one. If you don't want it, you can collect your money back. Okay. So please, this is not an investment. This is work. If you're not willing to work and connect people to the program, okay, if you're not willing to work and connect people to the program, this is not for you. This is serious work. If you come, you fold your arms, you don't do anything, you just get a little. I will not tell you that little. You get just a little if you do nothing. But if you do something, you're going to get a lot. And that is why it's always good to, if you do something, you get something. If you do little, you get little. If you do abundantly, you will get abundantly. So you look at your life and know what you want to do, because this is growing, is moving with you or without you. Go get your first 3 people. You can organize a group of people anywhere in the world, and then I will come and speak to them. Any of the leaders will come and speak to them for you. All you got to do is to organize them. We will give you a Zoom link, and then we will lecture them for you for free. Okay, so just get on board and start getting your people. We also give you specific messages to put on your social media, specific videos to upload on your social media to tell people, to attract people to come to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much indeed for being on this call. It's been a joy. It's been a lovely time having you. Have a wonderful day, and let's end the month like gladiators.